Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry Basics. Today we are going to see multiple choice questions on reactions of unsaturated compounds, which is useful for all type of competitive examinations. So before going to multiple choice question, let's see some points to remember. So unsaturated compounds undergo characteristic addition reactions. Always remember this. Unsaturated compounds undergo characteristic addition reactions. If you have a carbon-carbon double bond and triple bond, they will undergo electrophilic addition reaction, while carbonyl compounds will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. Now Markovnikov's addition. So in Markovnikov's addition, negative part usually attaches to more substituted carbon atom. Always remember that negative part attaches to more substituted carbon atom, or negative part attaches to that olefinic carbon which bears less number of hydrogen. That is also the another way to present the Markovnikov's law. What's the anti-Markovnikov's addition? So in anti-Markovnikov's addition, negative part attaches to less substituted carbon atom in addition reaction, obviously. Or in other words, we can say negative part attaches to the carbon which having more number of carbon atoms. So that's the anti-Markovnikov's. More number of hydrogen atoms. So that's the anti-Markovnikov's addition. Anti-Markovnikov's addition is also known as a peroxide effect, as anti-Markovnikov's addition is shown in presence of peroxide. So it's a hydrogen peroxide we have taken here, and it is shown by the hydrogen bromide HBr. So it involves the free radical mechanism. So these are the important words you should remember about the anti-Markovnikov's addition. In case of aldol condensation, alpha hydrogen should be present. In case of aldol condensation, alpha hydrogen has to be present there. Now what's the product there? It's a beta hydroxy carbonyl compound or alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this will occur after dehydration. Alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Dehydration of aldols. Okay. And in case of Cannizzaro reaction, alpha hydrogen should be absent. Alpha hydrogen should be absent in case of Cannizzaro reaction, and the product in Cannizzaro reaction is acid plus alcohol. So you have to remember these points when we are solving the multiple choice questions. Now let's start. The first question, Cannizzaro reaction is not given by. Which of the compound should not give or will not give the Cannizzaro reaction? So what are the compounds here? A trimethyl acetaldehyde, B acetaldehyde, C benzaldehyde, or D formaldehyde. Let's see their structures. Here it is. These are the structures of the four compounds. What is the condition for Cannizzaro reaction? Just we have seen absence of alpha hydrogen. That's the prerequisite. So if you see this first structure, third structure, and fourth structure, so there is the absence of alpha hydrogen. So definitely this will undergo Cannizzaro reaction, but acetaldehyde will do not undergo Cannizzaro reaction as it has a alpha hydrogen, and therefore the answer will be acetaldehyde. Next question, thioketal synthesis are useful to convert A. aldehyde to alcohol, B. carbonyl to methylene, C. ketones to acids, or D. aldehydes to acids. Now, what's the thioketal synthesis? So thioketal synthesis involved carbonyl compounds reacted with the 1,2-dithiene in presence of acidic medium forms this thioketal, and this thioketal then reduced to alkanes by using ranitidine. So if you see the overall reaction, this carbonyl group is directly converted into a methylene group here. So we can easily say what's the answer here? Carbonyl to methylene group. So always remember that thioketal synthesis, it's in a conversion of carbonyl to methylene. The product obtained by Cannizzaro reaction. What's the Cannizzaro reaction? Here is the Cannizzaro reaction. So carbonyl compound which do not have alpha hydrogen atoms. Here is the formaldehyde, do not having any alpha hydrogen atom, will undergo redox reaction, oxidation reduction reaction in presence of basic medium. So one molecule will undergo the oxidation and other will undergo the reduction to form acid and alcohol. It is the formic acid and methanols are the products. So definitely the product in Cannizzaro reaction is acid and alcohol. Which of the following does undergo Cannizzaro reaction? Now which will show the Cannizzaro reaction? That we'll have to find out. So first is furfural-aldehyde, then formaldehyde, benzaldehyde, and D all of these. So what's the condition for Cannizzaro reaction that we have seen? There should be the absence of alpha hydrogen atom. So in furfural-aldehyde, formaldehyde, and benzyl, all three there is absence of alpha hydrogen atom, and therefore all three will undergo the Cannizzaro reaction. So all of this is the right answer. The next question: hydrate of cyclopropanone is more stable because option A, the angle strain in cyclopropanone hydrate decreases. sp3 carbon changes to sp2. Oxygen is electron donating atom. None of this. Let's see what is the hydrate of cyclopropanone formation reaction. So here it is cyclopropanone. Here this carbon is sp2 hybridized. When the cyclopropanone will undergo the hydration reaction, so here it is cyclopropanone hydrate forms in which this carbon is now changes to sp3. So hybridization is changes from sp2 to sp3. So definitely B is not the answer because here it is the sp3 carbon changes to sp2. Oxygen is electron donating atom, definitely not here. Oxygen is electron withdrawing atom. So B and C will not be the answer. But if you see here, what's the angle strain? So angle strain in cyclopropanone is very much more as compared to this. So angle strain is decreases here. So the option A will be the right answer, as the angle strain decreases, stability increases. So option A is the correct answer. Chloral undergoes very fast hydration reaction because what are the options? Plus I effect of chlorine atoms, powerful electron withdrawing chlorine atom destabilize the original carbonyl compound. Chlorine atoms are electron donating atoms, and none of these. So by just seeing the options also we can see chlorine atom is not going to showing the plus I effect. Chlorine atoms are electron donating. This is also the incorrect option. So definitely option B will be the correct. Let's see the reaction. Here it is. This is the chloral trichloroacetaldehyde. So these three chlorines, they are withdrawing the electrons. So it shows the chlorine shows the electron withdrawing effect minus I effect, and therefore this destabilizes this carbonyl carbon. And as it becomes destabilized, it will easily undergo by water to form this hydrate. So chloral hydrate will form, and therefore it will undergo the very fast hydration reaction. So option B will be the correct answer. Acetone reacts faster than acetophenone in the cyanohydrin formation reaction. So what's the correct option? So phenyl group decreases plus character, positive character of carbonyl carbon. Phenyl group increases positive character of carbonyl carbon. More steric hindrance due to the phenyl group, or none of this. Let's see the some points related to this cyanohydrin formation reaction. So rate of cyanohydrin formation is directly proportional to electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon. So more electrophilic carbon, faster is the rate of cyanohydration. So let's see the structure of both acetone and acetophenone. The structure. So here in acetone, methyl groups exerts plus I effect, which decreases the electrophilicity. And in case of acetophenone, methyl group shows the plus I effect, but phenyl group shows the plus R effect. So resonance effect is predominant over inductive effect. So more plus R effect decreases the electrophilicity of this carbonyl group, and therefore acetone will undergo faster cyanohydrin formation reaction as compared to this acetophenone reaction. So due to the less electrophilic nature, therefore the option A will be the correct answer, because phenyl group decreases positive character of the carbonyl carbon. Acetaldehyde cannot undergo Cannizzaro reaction because We have seen that what is the condition for the Cannizzaro reaction. There should be the absence of alpha hydrogen atom, but in case of acetaldehyde, it has the alpha hydrogen atom. Just that question already we have seen, that very first question. So option B will be the correct answer, that acetaldehyde contains the alpha hydrogen atom. Here it is. Now styrene dibromide is heated with KNH2, that's the potassium amide, gives what? Propine, propylene, phenylacetylene or phenylethylene. Let's see the reaction first. What is styrene dibromide gives when reacted with the potassium amide? So here it is the styrene dibromide, and this is a KNH2, this is a potassium amide. It's a very strong base, and therefore here is the two successive elimination reactions takes place. So hydrogen from this one and two positions. This is the first position, this is second position. And from these both positions, hydrogens are eliminated as HBr, HBr, and therefore, due to the two successive elimination, there will be the formation of triple bond. So alkyne will form. And what's the name of alkyne? It's a phenylacetylene, and therefore the option D will be the correct. Propine reacts with water in presence of H2SO4 and HgSO4, forms what? Acetone, acetaldehyde, 1-propanol or 2-propanol. So let's see the reaction. Here it is. This is the propine. Propine when reacted with water in presence of catalyst H2SO4 and HgSO4. So water molecule adds across the carbon-carbon triple bond according to Markovnikov's rule. Definitely, so hydrogen will attaches to this carbon. Here more number of hydrogens are present, and OH will attaches to the central carbon. So here you are getting this enol product. It's a propanol. So double bond and hydroxyl group, that alcoholic group, they are present in one and the same molecule. So OH is directly attached to the carbon-carbon double bond. Therefore, it's a enol. And this enol then tautomerizes to carbonyl compounds. So there is a formation of propanone or acetone. So the product is acetone. Hence, the answer is A. Terminal alkynes gives precipitate with. So terminal alkynes generally having that acidic proton, and it can be easily reacted with the alcoholic silver nitrate to form silver acetylide, which will give you the precipitate, probably whitish precipitate of silver acetylide. So the answer B is the correct answer. When calcium carbide is treated with water, it gives one of the simplest question. Calcium carbide when reacted with water, so it will give you C2H2. What is it? C2H2 is ethine or acetylene. So option C will be the correct option. Let's see the next question. Ozonolysis of alkyne produces what? Option A ketone, option B aldehydes, option C carboxylic acids, or option D esters. Let's see the ozonolysis of alkynes. So alkynes on ozonolysis forms carboxylic acid and carbon dioxide. So if you have a terminal alkyne, then that acetylenic carbon will convert into a carbon dioxide. Or if that acetylenic carbon is attached to alkyl group, then that carbon is converted into a carboxylic acid. So we are interested in option C. That's the correct answer. 2-butene reacts with liquid ammonia and yields what? Let's see the reaction. What will be the answer? Options are given here: cis-2-butene, trans-2-butene, ethane and ethyl alcohol. So here it is the 2-butene when it is reacted with liquid ammonia. So here it's addition of hydrogens takes place in trans fashion. So it involves the electronic mechanism, and therefore the addition will be in anti-addition, okay, or anti-fashion. So therefore trans-2-butene will be the product. So option B will be the correct. Now the next reaction, the addition of excess of HCl to acetylene gives vinyl chloride, ethylene dichloride, polyvinyl chloride or ethyl alcohol. Let's see the reaction of HCl addition to acetylene. So here is the acetylene. When HCl molecule added to this, as it is symmetrical, there is no question of Markovnikov's rule. So you are getting the vinyl chloride. So hydrogen is attached to this carbon, suppose, and chlorine will attach to this. So you are getting this vinyl chloride. Now when second mole of HCl is added, still unsaturation is present. Therefore, second mole will add. Now here, as it is a unsymmetrical, it will follow the Markovnikov's rule. So hydrogen will attaches to that carbon which bears the more number of hydrogen, and Cl will attaches to that carbon which bears the less number of hydrogen, and therefore you are getting the product ethylene dichloride. So option B will be the correct answer. Now when iodoform treated with a hot silver powder, then what will be the product? So vinyl chloride, ethylene, ethine or methane. So interesting one. So let's see the reaction of iodoform with the hot silver powder. So as iodoform is treated with the silver, so obviously hot you have to hit this. So this silver will react with the iodoform to form the 6 moles of silver iodide. So remaining CH group from the iodoform that will self-condense to form the ethine as a product. So the answer C will be the correct. Now 2-butene reacts with the Lindlar's catalyst yields what? So one of the simplest question. So cis-2-butene, trans-2-butene, ethane or ethyl alcohol. So Lindlar's catalyst is very much important catalyst as a stereochemical point of view. Suppose you have a 2-butene here and you are adding hydrogen in presence of Lindlar's catalyst, palladium in barium sulfate, sometimes calcium carbonate or barium carbonate is also taken. Sometimes small amount of quinoline is also added to poison the catalyst. So 2-butene when reacted with this, so there is a formation of cis-2-butene. So both the hydrogen added from the syn side or from the same side. So syn addition takes place and you are getting the cis-2-butene as a product. 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene on hydrogenation gives what? Interesting one. So trans 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene, cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene, meso 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene or DL 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene. Let's see the reaction. So here it is. So this is the 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentene. This is carbon double bond and 1 and 2 position, 2 methyl groups are there. So after hydrogenation, when hydrogens are added from the same side, so as it is simple hydrogenation, syn addition takes place, hydrogen shown by the dotted, so they are on the same side, and methyl groups are on the same side. So if we pass a plane to this carbon and the center of this bond, so there is a presence of plane of symmetry. So as there is a presence of plane of symmetry, this will be the meso compound, and therefore we can say the answer will be the meso 1,2-dimethyl cyclopentane. Next question. Trans-2-butene after hydroxylation with performic acid gives 2-butene, N-butane, meso-butane 2,3-diol or DL-butane 2,3-diol. So for that, let's see the reaction. So here it is the trans-2-butene. When reacted with the performic acid, so epoxidation will take place. And this epoxidation further hydrolyzed in acidic or basic medium to form the diols. If I just rotate this bond, so you'll get this compound in which there is a presence of plane of symmetry. So I can pass the plane of symmetry here. So as it contains the plane of symmetry, it's a meso compound. So meso-butane 2,3-diol will be the product. Next, 2-methyl-2-butene reacts with bromine water, then major product will be 3-bromo-2-methyl-2-butanol, 3-bromo, 3-methyl-2-butanol, 2,3-dibromo-2-methylbutane or none of this. Let's see the reaction. So here it is 2-methyl-2-butene. When it is reacted with the bromine water, so actually it is the bromohydrogen. So that OHBr that will attaches hypobromous acid. So that will attaches to this carbon-carbon double bond according to Markovnikov's rule. So here Br is now with a positive part and OH will be the negative part. So according to the Markovnikov's rule, so Br will attaches to that carbon which has the more number of hydrogen because it's now here the positive part and OH is the negative part, so it will attaches to this carbon. And therefore the product you are getting here, it is this one. The name of this is 3-bromo 2-methyl 2-butanol, and therefore the answer A will be the correct. If ethylene is passed into cold dilute alkaline KMnO4 solution, then the product will be whether it is cis-2-butene, acetaldehyde, ethylene glycol, or ethyl alcohol. This is the reaction. So ethylene on reaction with alkaline KMnO4, there is a formation of ethylene glycol. So it's just the cis hydroxylation reaction takes place, and you will get this 1,2-diol or ethylene glycol. So option C will be the correct answer. The compound obtained by reaction of styrene with diborane followed by hydrolysis with alkaline H2O2 is 1-phenylethanol, 2-phenylethanol, ethylene glycol, or benzyl alcohol. For that, let's see the reaction. So here is the styrene. Now we are adding diborane with in presence of THF. So it's just hydroboration reaction across the carbon-carbon double bond. So it follows the Markovnikov's rule. So as hydrogen is negative part in hydroborane and boron is the positive part. So BH3 is added across this carbon-carbon double bond to form this organoborane compound. And this organoborane compound then oxidized or hydrolyzed we can say. So in presence of alkaline medium, so just this CB or carbon boron bond is cleaved to form the alcohol, and the name of the product is 2-phenylethanol. So the option B will be the correct answer. The peroxide effect involves, already we have seen this in the points to remember. So peroxide effect involves a free radical mechanism. Which of the following compound after ozonolysis gives acetone? 1-butene, ethene, isobutene, or acetaldehyde? For that, let's see first the ozonolysis reaction. So if you are taking any alkene, if it undergo the ozonolysis, depending on the alkyl groups present in the alkene, you will get the product. If R1 and R2 both are alkyl groups, product is ketone. If both are hydrogen, product is formaldehyde. And any one of this alkyl or other is the hydrogen, then product is the aldehyde except formaldehyde. So let's see the structure of these four compounds. So we have to just find out the carbon in which, or olefinic carbon in which two alkyl groups are attached. So in all these four, if you see this one, so here both two methyl groups are attached to the olefinic carbon, and definitely this will give you the acetone as a product. Therefore, isobutene is the correct answer. Anti-Markovnikov's addition takes place in presence of what? Ozone, peroxide, oxygen, or nitrogen. It is already we have seen. It's a peroxide. The reaction between propylene and HBr in presence of peroxide, the main product is. So we have to see now the anti-Markovnikov's addition reaction because we have the peroxide as well as HBr. So let's see the reaction. So here is the propylene, HBr, and H2O2. So we have to add across the carbon-carbon double bond, and reaction will take place according to the anti-Markovnikov's rule. So definitely Br will attaches to that carbon which has the more number of hydrogen, and therefore 1-bromopropane is the product, and hence the answer is B. Which of the following alkyne gives aldehyde when react with water in presence of HgSO4 and H2SO4? Whether it is ethine, 1-butene, 2-butene, or 1-pentane. So here it is only one alkyne which will give you the acetaldehyde. Any other alkyne If it will undergo the hydration reaction in presence of H2SO4 or HgSO4, it will give you the ketone. So only one acetylene or ethine is here that will give you the aldehydic compound as a product. So at first there is a formation of enol which will undergo the tautomerization to form the acetaldehyde. So option A is the correct answer. So always remember that only acetylene or ethine that will give you the aldehydic compound, not any other alkyne will undergo the aldehydic compound when reacted with water in presence of H2SO4 and HgSO4. They will always give the ketone as a product. So thank you very much. If you like this video, just subscribe my channel Chemistry Basics. Press the bell icon button so you'll get the notification of my next video. If you definitely like it, just share it and comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.